I started this social media. I started the YouTube. I was trying to do the Facebook. I was trying to do the Instagram. I was trying to do the live videos. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do that. Everywhere. The problem is that I could look at all of that and I could say, I failed. None of them hit traction for the long term. Why try again? Here's the reason. I'm going to tell you why try again. Hi, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. In this corner of the internet, we talk about all things faith, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle. And it's from an over 40 perspective because I happen to be Gen X. Take that as you will. It's been a long Saturday. And so it's Saturday evening. I just wanted to hop on really quick and just deliver a quick message. As I kind of look back in the journey, my entrepreneurial journey, my journey of life, just where I am right now, I just wanted to encourage you, wherever you may be in your entrepreneurial journey and life journey, just to not get discouraged and to not give up. So it's so easy to get discouraged. And the key to success, I don't think anybody's going to even really say it like that, but the key to success is to not give up. You can't, it's impossible to be successful if you give up, right? That seems to be like a duh, goes without saying. But really, I had to, travel 40 plus years to get to this point where I am not giving up, okay? We're not giving up. Deuteronomy 31, verse 8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. And if we think about how many times the Bible tells us to not be afraid, to not be dismayed, to not be discouraged, you probably couldn't even count it, okay? There's just too many times the Lord reminds us, do not be discouraged. Do not get weary in the well-doing, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. If you do not give up. So I'm thinking about this in particular because as I'm rebranding my YouTube channel and as I'm kind of doing this new thing that God is kind of breathing life into, it would be so easy for me to look back on the last 14 years because in my last video, if you missed it, my last video, I talked about how I started this YouTube channel 14 years ago. If you missed that, I will link that right here or here somewhere it will be. I started this YouTube channel 14 years ago or so. I've been monetized and I got demonetized and now I'm in the process of being remonetized. But this is not the only thing that I've done. And there have been so many business ventures or things that I have done in the past 14 years, let's just say 14 years, I could look at them as all failures if I really wanted to. Now, I'm going to run down the list of all the different things that I have done. I have done direct sales. So I have been with at least 4 or 5 direct sales companies. Some of them I made money with, some of them I didn't make a dime. I started a blog. A lot of the people who joined me on my direct sales businesses found me through my blog, That Mompreneur Life. I've started so many websites. I have 2 that I'm still kind of have, 2 to 3 that I still have. Some of them were blogs, some of them were other things, but the people who found me and joined my businesses found me through my website and through my YouTube videos. Even though I was making money and had contacts in that, I would jump from company to company. And sometimes the companies would fold, right? So not every direct sales company or MLM company stays out there forever. So I got sick of MLM, but I also had the blog where I was making affiliate sales from my blog, making affiliate sales from YouTube as well. So I would recommend something I would put my link out there, and there were actually people who would buy through my link, right? There were many things that I was able to get for free or for discounted costs because people use my affiliate link and would purchase. I've owned 2 jewelry businesses where I would sell jewelry. And this was all online. And I would sell dollar jewelry. This is a while back. So there was a dollar jewelry one, and then there was a subscription box that I started for jewelry. All of these things have come and gone. These are just the things that I can think of off of the top of my head. Now, when I was monetized for YouTube, over the approximate 10 years that I was monetized, I looked it up. I made over $7,000. Okay. So, I mean, how many other people would love to say they've made $7,000 plus on YouTube? At the end of the day, if I look at all of these things, even though they were businesses that I started, stopped, started, failed, started again, tried this over here, tried that over there, dabbled my feet in this, dabbled my feet in that. I can't even tell you the amount of money spent on this course, that course, this thing, everything. Any way the wind blew, I wanted to learn about it, and I wanted to find out how to do it. And I didn't hone in necessarily on one thing. I started this social media. I started the YouTube. I was trying to do the Facebook. I was trying to do the Instagram. I was trying to do the live videos. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do that. Everywhere. The problem is that I could look at all of that and I could say, I failed. None of them hit traction for the long term. Why try again? But here's the reason. I'm going to tell you why try again. Try again because what if all of those things, what if that was the pressing and the crushing and the getting me ready through trials, through tribulations, this financial problem, through that marital problem, through all of the things, because God could see my heart and he could see that I wasn't ready at that particular point in time to really, really, really gain success and do the right thing with the success. What if that was my testing and my trials to burn off the dross and to make me pure gold, to try me through the fire, to actually get me to learn what works, what doesn't, instead of just throwing everything at the wall to figure out what sticks, knowing this worked, that worked. To take the lessons that I have learned and now at this more mature age, be able to say, I've found myself, I've found my God, I know who I am now, and we're going to do this in God today, now, the way he planned it all along. It's wild to think that this might have always been his plan, that this might always have been the way that he knew it was going to go. I just thought it was supposed to go a different way. But that's where I'm going to let go. I'm going to stop gripping on to things, and it has to be Leslie's way and Leslie's timing, and I'm going to give it over to God. And I'm going to allow him to guide me in this latter half of my entrepreneurial journey, the half that's not going to be the one that falls by the wayside. So I just read to you Deuteronomy 31 and encouraging you to not be discouraged, encouraging myself to not be discouraged, and encouraging me and you, encouraging us to not compare. Because again, if I want to compare my journey, sure, there's lots of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds around that are quote unquote more successful than me. I'm no longer going to do the comparison. I'm no longer going to sit and feel that sinking feeling of like, wow, they've got more views, they've got more of this, they've got more sales, because it doesn't matter what they're doing over here. It matters what God is doing in you. It matters what God is doing in me. It doesn't matter what God is doing in anybody else, because it's nobody else's journey. It's your journey. You are the one that's listening to God for your directions and your purpose. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what God is saying to anybody else. It matters what he's saying to you. So don't compare. That's not an easy thing. It's very hard to not compare, because I think there's a part of it that's just human nature, right? But we can't do it. Just like we can't get discouraged and we can't give up. So your journey is not going to look like anybody else's. Your journey is going to look like your journey. And that's okay. Your journey is supposed to look the way it does. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. You're actually on the right path and you're doing the right thing if you're letting God guide you. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks. Like, don't listen to the negativity and don't listen to the people who are trying to help. We're going to let go of that in 2025 and beyond. We're going to let go of the nagging feeling of, I have to have arrived. I have to make A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z person happy. You, at the end of the day, are the one who has the answer to God for what you did and didn't do with your talent, right? Your talents that he gave you and put in you, you're the one who has the answer for it, just like the servants did. And the one wicked servant got punished for hiding and burying his and not doing anything with it, right? That parable, you're the one who's going to have to stand before God and say, who's going to have to give an account, right? And so when you do so, stand tall with your head held high, knowing that you listened to what God told you and you didn't do what everybody else told you to do, and you didn't compare yourself to their journey and their instructions. You walked the line that God told you to. That's where the real success is going to happen. I just wanted to encourage you, whoever you are, wherever you are. So actually drop me a comment. Let me know how this touched you and what kind of way are you letting God guide your entrepreneurial journey, and how in 2025. Just wanted to encourage you. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Don't compare. Listen to God. Let him guide your journey. Okay? 2025 is our year. We're going to listen to God no matter what happens. No matter what happens. We know that God said he will never leave us nor forsake us. We know things are a little crazy out here. And it might be difficult. Things might be difficult. And things might not seem like they make any sense. But God is still in control above it all. So I love you guys to life. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.